Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 3 Remake. This is episode 9, and it might be the last episode, depending on how much of this area there is. So last time, Jill woke up from her T-virus infection. Carlos went off to try and find more of the vaccine so that he could offer it as a bargaining chip to not nuke Raccoon City, something that is supposed to happen today, on October 1st. And Jill is now following him into Nest 2 underneath the hospital. So let's see. Last time, I brought all these weapons with me. We've got the shotgun, the grenade launcher, the magnum, and the pistol. I think I'm going to dump our old pistol for the G18 burst, because I've heard it's actually better, despite not having the upgrades, because the upgrades are G19 specific. So I guess we'll find out. Trying to figure out what we should be bringing with us. I mean, obviously, if I'm expecting a fight with, like, Nemesis, then we should bring everything, but I don't know if that's going to happen right away. Nemesis did show up last time and killed Tyrell. Let's see. I mean, there's not a lot here. You know, this looks like a pretty small area. But then, I mean, this all looks like maybe boss territory. That looks like a big-ass fucking boss room down there. But then so does just this room here, but it might just be a bunch of zombies. Got this whole area here. So yeah, I think we've got a little while to go before any final boss. So maybe we don't need to bring everything just yet. I'm gonna deposit this for now, high-grade gunpowder. Hopefully I can find one more of those before the end and get a bit more magnum ammo. I'm not really carrying any healing items, but I have a bunch in here, so we're doing alright on those. Top up my handgun ammo. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, we don't really need any grenade rounds. I guess I'll take my explosive A's. I don't think need flame rounds, because we want to save our explosive B to make the acid rounds. Load those into our grenade launcher, and I think we're loaded for bear, or whatever we may find down here. Maybe more of those regenerators, the whiteheads. Alright, so where did we come from? That's the part I don't remember. Like, how did we get to where we are right now? There's just this staircase going somewhere else. I know this just leads back to the room where Nikolai was. But what map is that part of? Oh, okay, there's a whole section here that we didn't see, I guess? Alright. You never want to knife a zombie from the direction their head is facing, because they will always get up and grab you before you really have a chance to finish them. Let's see if I can knife this lady. I keep hitting the left click. It's right click. You have to hit aim to do the knife counter. Good aim, Jill. This is really not the place to try to do this, because I'm just going to keep hitting the friggin' walls. But you get multiple hits, as you can tell from the sound there, so it's more effective than, like, individual knife slashes. Alright, that's enough dancing around with her. I'm not trying to do that just to, like, show off or save ammo. I just would like to get better at that, especially if I'm going to be doing more playthroughs on my own. So it is a burst, but only if you hold it down. Just like Leon's gun when you add burst in RE2 make. Handgun ammo. There's nothing else back here, right? It's just a little dead end. Oh, there's a note. Isaac Graves' diary. The pay was generous. The benefits were good. Most importantly, they promised me I'd be contributing to state-of-the-art medical tech research. For a university teacher stuck working in nowhere America, it was a golden opportunity, like winning the lottery. So I went for it. I made the pitch to my family, and we agreed to move here to Raccoon City. Well, hindsight is 20/20, because this lab is a den of monsters who conduct cruel and barbaric experiments, for the sole purpose of taking human life in the most sickening way possible. It's messed up. The world needs to know. But every time I work up enough courage to blow the whistle, I think of Penny and Casey and immediately chicken out. Umbrella owns this town. There was this guy they caught trying to smuggle out company secrets. They essentially fed him to one of the betas. Fed him. I saw the whole thing. I got my wife and daughter into this. I just need to do my job, do as I'm told, for their sake. But let this be a testament that I do have a conscience and that I've learned my lesson. I have a conscience, but I don't want to be inconvenienced by it. You know, those prison guards at Auschwitz had a family too. Probably. A few of them. Lady, are you actually dead now? One hit from you is already too many. Alright. He's just very dead. He's not a zombie. Ooh. Hear that tantalizing tinkle? Means there's a bobblehead behind these boxes. Can I get back there? Okay, that connects to Lab 1, so I can actually get back there. So I guess we're just trying to find Carlos. Like, we don't really have a specific goal here otherwise, as well as stop Nikolai from doing whatever he's doing. We don't even have really an explanation there either. He's just kind of down here. Okay, that's another just dead person. The corpse that didn't have a chance to zombify.
To begin vaccine synthesis, place the materials in the chamber.
Synthesis?
Right.
I have to make it myself? Alright, gotta figure this out.
And I saw from somebody else who I was watching play this, you know, watching parts that I've already done, that I missed out on Carlos having a bunch of lines with the voice recognition thing. I totally skipped that. Didn't realize. Essay on vaccine synthesis. On roles of antigens and adjuvants in vaccine synthesis. Dr. Nathaniel Bard, Chief Researcher, Spencer Memorial Hospital. To most effectively synthesize a vaccine, both an antigen and an adjuvant are required. The antigen produces an immune response, while the adjuvant increases the effects of such responses, leading to increased antibody production. By combining samples of these two ingredients, one can create a potent vaccine base. By processing this vaccine base with our proprietary equipment, a larger batch of vaccine can be created with astonishing ease. What's more, my latest antigen and adjuvant samples yield unprecedented rates of antibody production, producing more than 1,000 times the yield of traditional materials. This not only makes it an effective vaccine, but also a potential way to eliminate existing infections. Okay, so that's kind of a retroactive explanation of why a vaccine cured her infection instead of just inoculating her. Because again, if you're not aware, vaccines are meant to be preventative medicine, not cures.
Override key successfully generated.
What have we here?
Well, that's convenient.
Override key removed.
That 1998, like, what would that be? What size would that be, you think? I was going to say 512 megabytes, but even that seems a bit big for 98. Then again, Umbrella is at the forefront of research. I mean, just look at all this white-painted metal. They must be futuristic tech. Okay, there is probably the vaccine base. I hear another one. You little shit. I still don't know how many of there are. I haven't actually seen a count anywhere. Probably on the main menu in, like, bonuses. Alright, so we can't do anything in there yet. Was there an item in here? That's not... No, I thought that was a document, but it's just surgical tools. I don't know, it's still red, so that makes me assume there's something I can pick up here, but I guess it might be just the synthesizer. Okay, so... Can't do anything else from up here. I guess we'll go back down to where we were and check out some of those other areas. Alright, it's locked. We don't actually know what we need to open that. Some kind of identity card. Decontamination room. Sterilization room. Okay, this is where we came from then. This is how we got down here. Because that was the door we closed behind us to keep out Nemesis. Even in this game, he's actually not labeled as Nemesis, because if you go into the model viewer, he's just called the Pursuer. Just like he used to be. Is there something in here that I have that I can... Well, we have this. What can I do with this, though? I need to find something to actually override. Maybe I can use it on the lock? I don't see a USB port on here. Oh, no. I think there's one right there.
Override complete.
Okay, there's another regenerator. And another one. That one we saw earlier through, like, a little window. I guess, even though there shouldn't be anything wrong with his legs, he's just not going to get up. At least they don't have a second chance to get up after they go down. You bump enough damage into them and they'll stay down. There's 3 of them down there. There's probably something I want in that corner. I like that she actually aims like... Well, okay, she wasn't doing complete there, but she actually like aimed under the railing. Alright, that's another one down. I could probably just pump handgun rounds into one of these guys and then finish him off. Or, if they're going to line up like this... The problem is now this one's in the way. Oh, okay. They're both dealt with. There better be something in that corner. Yeah, this is the little peek we got of the crawling one before. There's a door down here. Green herb. Shotgun shells. Only 2, though. Definitely not nearly as many as we used. More explosive. Gunpowder. Okay. Just making sure I have empty slots. What are these things exactly? Oh, they're vacuum-sealed corpses. I didn't even notice. Now, do you think these are just the infected dead people, or these are, like, zombies ready to deploy? Or these whiteheads? Okay, this looks like a place to get something vaccine-related. That can be our vaccine base. But I guess we have to make the base by combining the 2 parts. So this will just be one of the 2. Culture sample.
Oh, an antigen sample. I'll definitely need this for that.
Alright, think she's good. Weaponry authorization request. Dear Dr. Emerson, I would like to formally request that the weaponry normally reserved for the bioweapon synthesis team be made available for any employees interfacing with the admission and dismissal of test subjects. These test subjects do not present the same levels of danger as our bioweapon products, but I believe that this weapon authorization is advisable as outlined below. Recently, some test subjects have developed a new mutation granting them very high regrowth abilities. Our team refers to these specimens as paleheads. Sorry, not whiteheads, paleheads. They have been appearing with regularity, but the specific cause has not yet been determined. The astonishing rate at which these pale heads regenerate makes it difficult to deliver a lethal blow with standard weaponry. If any sort of system failure were to occur within our facility, we would be woefully underprepared to defend ourselves. For this reason, I would like to request that high-powered weaponry capable of subduing the pale heads be issued to all our employees working in shipping and processing. This will ensure that, in the event of an emergency, we will be able to quickly eliminate the threat and evacuate safely. Thank you very much for your consideration. Shipping and Processing Manager, Gabrielle Reed. So, it's highlighted in green, which makes me think there's going to be another weapon in here. I mean, we've already got the Magnum. That's kind of our main power weapon. And then we have the grenade launcher, too. Okay, so we got everything in here. Now we need to find the, what was it, antivol or something? Where did you come from? He fell from above somewhere. I don't know if one of these things opened. We're gonna leave you there for now. Okay, red herb, combine that. Gunpowder. Alright. Also combine that to get that out of my slot. Anything over by that guy? Usually there's not a corpse in a corner for no reason. He's got something. Scientist's dying message. It's happened. Our worst case scenario. The T-virus has somehow leaked. Under orders from Dr. Bard, I'm to manufacture mass quantities of the vaccine. I've prepared a culture of the T-virus antigen. Now I just need to combine it with an adjuvant to enhance its effects, and I should be able to produce enough vaccine to save all the surviving citizens. Adjuvant is definitely a word I've never seen before. The adjuvant samples are stored in the incubation lab. Test subjects are already wandering the halls, but I'd better find a way to get some samples while this culture is maturing. If I don't make it back, please complete the synthesis process. Try to find a way to stop this outbreak. It's the least we can do after setting these horrifying events in motion. I mean, technically it wasn't this lab's fault that the virus broke out. It was Birkin's lab. Oh, what's this? Just 2 acid rounds in a case. And my inventory's getting real gummed up again.
Insufficient power. Please activate auxiliary power.
This must be what powers it.
One of these batteries popped out. Alright. First aid spray. I really don't feel like I've been short on healing items for most of this game. Like, they're very generous with the healing items. So I guess having a dodge function means I have actually successfully avoided some damage that I would have taken otherwise. Well, what do we have here? We've got hunters.
Is this where they're made? These are tyrants.
And these are... I actually forget the Tyrant series numbers these are right now, but these are the Mr. X series, as well as Nemesis, since he was one of these originally. Explosive B. I don't want to combine that, so I'll just leave that there for the moment. What's this then? I actually can't tell what that is. Is that a chimera? Kind of just looks like an organ. But it would be neat if that is supposed to be a chimera from RE1. It's really bothering me that I can't remember what these are. Are they T101s? I definitely knew the series number until I had to remember it. T103, I think, is the X series. Actually, that's probably what's in that container. One of the Nemesis-alpha parasites. Okay, let's just throw everything onto this one fucking staircase. That's one down. I mean, this is the perfect place to shoot one of these guys, because I'm out of his tentacle range. This pistol does take a long time to recenter, though. Okay, I think this is another B. Ugh, I don't want to waste anything, so I'm just going to keep leaving those behind until we find another box. What else do we got here? Oh, I probably shouldn't put my back to what I think is a zombie. Just enter the room and be mesmerized by organs. Ah, I wanted to dodge. Dodge past her and then shoot her in the back. Oh, okay, she's done. Alright, well, that'll free up an inventory slot. Expression of concern. Senior fellow Dr. Frankel. Really? Frankel? It's a weird name. Please allow me to send my heartfelt congratulations to you and your colleagues at Umbrella Europe for completing Nemesis, a truly remarkable achievement in the field of bioweapons research. Introducing a parasitic organism into a tyrant's brain to gain external control of it. How can I not marvel at such a wild idea? However, from a medical perspective, I must emphatically state my disapproval of this shift away from established Umbrella policy. By turning to the use of parasites, you are setting a dangerous precedent. Viruses can be kept in check. I believe an effective vaccine can be developed for any virus on Earth, with the abundant funding and bounty of samples, of course. Can you say the same for parasites, however? Doctors have tried in vain to develop a vaccine for malaria. Parasites like Plasmodium are far more genetically complex than the T-virus, and to think they will submit to control is utter folly. Perhaps in your country, consumers are willing to buy automobiles with no brakes, but here in America they know better. I believe that Umbrella Europe HQ is in French. Then again, I recall you have a degree in economics, so no doubt you've already devised a brilliant marketing strategy to win over the naysayers. I look forward to your talk at the forum in Berlin next month. In the meantime, I shall be exploring medical solutions to this hubristic problem you've foisted on us. Sincerely, Nathaniel Bard. So yeah, the weird thing with the Nemesis parasite is it's something that they created way before the Tyrant program was successful, and then they just didn't know what to do with it because it would just kill whatever they attached it to. Got our little Mega Man there. And then when the Tyrant program was successful, after, you know, the T102 that Wesker created, or I guess just the T002, they're like, hey, what if we stick this on there and make it even smarter? Alright. So wait, what did we actually get in this room of value? Gunpowder in here, but is that it? Nope, there's something here. I think there's something important in this room. I just gotta find it. we go. Liquid-filled test tube. Let's combine that with our other one. Vaccine base. Now we just gotta head back to the synthesizer. It's a pretty straightforward kind of area. I mean, Nest 1 wasn't that big in RE2 Make either. Despite its gigantic central shaft that's all just empty space. Alright, I'm pretty sure one of these hunters is going to bust out of its containment. Just seems like a given. A lot of these tyrants didn't turn out great. Kind of reminds me of the clone Ripley room from Alien Resurrection. Also, it's worth noting that... yeah, there's one. That might have been more than one. That's two. It was worth bringing the explosives. I was going to say that they later kind of added into the lore that all of these tyrants are actually clones of one guy who works at Umbrella, who is just a huge dude, because there's a background plot thing that only a very small percentage of people are capable of becoming a tyrant when infected. So when they found out that he had the right, genetic makeup for it, they just cloned a bunch of copies of him and made them into all the tyrants. He shows up in Umbrella Chronicles. And he's like the security chief for Umbrella Europe. Okay, so we got our vaccine base. I got the explosive B, so we'll combine that, make a few more acid rounds. And I'll hold on to my gunpowder until we get back to the box. Let's give this Magnum a test drive. Just don't want to miss because these guys are very stuttery. Alright, one shot. One shot was all it took. So I think I got all the items down here now. Let's head back to storage before we go up to the synthesizer. So maybe we won't finish this in this episode. I might cut this one a little short, and that way the next episode won't just be like, here's the end of the game. Enjoy. And that'll round us off at a nice 10 episodes, if that's the case. Alright, so high-grade gunpowder, combine that. Regular gunpowder, combine that. Deposit that magnum ammo, deposit the acid rounds. I mean, I certainly won't be short on grenade rounds and magnum ammo. We've got 20 magnum, we've got 7 flame rounds, 6 acid rounds, and 11 mine rounds. So, yeah, I think I really don't need to worry about running out of ammo for any boss fights that we may need to fight. I guess it's official at this point as well that we are definitely not going to see Gravedigger. Which sucks, because I would have liked to see how they handled a giant worm fight in this much more active combat style. I think it would have worked a lot better, dodging right before it bursts out of the ground, that kind of thing. But alright. I think we're good. I'm just trying to see if there's any more handgun ammo. That's what I just realized I was looking for. If I could use it up. Alright, so the vaccine mixer is back up these stairs. Give this a whirl. Oh, a puzzle. I was not expecting to see another puzzle. I don't actually know what I'm adjusting. I mean, it's the temperature, but what are we aiming for? I guess 50? I mean, 50 showing up as the green area there. Okay, so this one only adjusts the middle one. I need to figure out which one will affect the last one. Okay, how much does this raise it by? 10? I think the first one definitely has to be set to low. Okay, what if I set both of these to high? Okay. If I set this to mid, almost there. Okay, so 40, 30, 20 if I set low, low, mid. Low, low, high, 40, 40, 20. It's weird because it seems like every level adjusts them differently instead of at an equal rate. $50, $50, $30. I assume they all have to be 50 because it hasn't given us like a specific range to try to go for otherwise. Okay, so the middle one does affect the right one by a lot. There, just completely fucking destroy it. That was definitely no water treatment puzzle in terms of annoyingness. I just wasn't internalizing the numbers that well.
Please remove the vaccine canister.
It's a good thing they add that fluorescent coloring in there just so you know what the vaccine is. I recognize that tentacle. I suppose that being cured by the vaccine would mean that Jill cannot get reinfected by that tentacle. I also like that she's just got the cure on her hip. Alright. So now would be probably a good time to save before the next episode, but gotta wait till it offers me a save point. Wow, she punched that off one-handed. See, cutting its arm off only made it worse, because now he has a grabby arm. And he loves using it. I don't know if I'm holding here. Okay, it's hold. I wasn't sure if it was tap or time. She is out-crawling the strength of this tentacle. I suppose there's still a small chance we could end up at the water treatment plant if that's where Nest is connected to. Okay, high grade, first aid spray, high grade. Yeah, so this looks like it's setting me up for the final episode, which will probably be a bit of a short one, but I'm alright with that. Man, we have a lot of firepower. So I think at this point we can say goodbye to the pistol. And take out all of our ordnance we're carrying. I can't even fit all of my ammo. Oh, I probably still don't need 3 healing items. And, there might still be some zombies, but they're not going to last long. I'm also out of shotgun ammo, so maybe I should just ditch the shotgun? I feel like they might give me more shotgun ammo, but would it be better to just take 2 stacks of grenades instead? I think so. If you run into any zombies, I mean, I can just pop them once with the Magnum. And I would have to assume they're still going to give us some kind of boss finishing weapon, as they always do. Alright. So, I think we're ready for whatever the game wants to throw at me. So let's put the Magnum on our shortcut. Alright. So that'll do it for episode 9 of Let's Play Resident Evil 3 Remake, and next time I am pretty damn confident that it'll be end of the LP. So, stick around until then. Take care, everyone.